Hello, everyone. Hi, it's me, Tanya Talisha, again, and I'm here to continue. Well, I'm the creator of T.H.I.R.S.T.Y, actually, and I created this brand new movement a few years ago for thirsty souls, helping people to heal from their worldly thirst, their natural thirst, to the spiritual thirst, and and to find spiritual fulfillment. And so I have come up with an acronym for the word thirsty and that I prayed about, and the Holy Spirit gave me a download for who this brand Thirsty is for. It's geared towards women, but men can definitely benefit too as well. And so I just came up with an acronym, like I said, for Thirsty, and I posted a few days ago. The first letter, which is T in the word thirsty, was trauma, and I posted a little bit about trauma um, the other day, and I'll further elaborate on trauma. Trauma is one of those things that affect people differently, and when I'm speaking about thirsty and being thirsty and trauma, I'm definitely speaking more from the mental and emotional aspect, and even spiritual and psychological aspects that trauma and that thirst has on people's behaviors. Disclaimer, I'm no therapist or psychiatrist or anything like that. However, I'm just sharing holy inspired thought about this word thirsty and about the world at hand being thirsty when Jesus said, um, all who thirst to come to him. So I just got inspired about it, about thirsty. So that's where this is coming from. And I talk about it from an emotional and mental aspect. And so I talk about trauma. I want to elaborate on trauma a little bit more. T was for the trauma. And a lot of people have a lot of traumatic experiences that affect their life. It affects their life to the point of the way they behave. It affects the relationships, the friendships, even when you're working, even when you're at work and working with coworkers. Sometimes there's things that we've gone through in our life, especially even as far as our childhood at the ages of 5 to 8, when things begin to, our behaviors begin to, we start to get kind of like get these different behavior patterns. It comes from traumatic experiences. So that's why I said T is for trauma. But and traumatic experience ain't just about people who've been in war who have post traumatic symptoms, even though that still matters, that still can affect a person's life and thirst. So I hit all aspects of it. But I'm also talking about the experiences that people have had from their childhood. If you were ever bullied at school, or if you were bullied in your household, if you had a single parent household and you got some abandonment issues, maybe your father or mother walked away, maybe you were right in and out of foster care and you were adopted, um, and you went through a lot of things through that, different issues, that can cause you to be traumatic. So traumatic that people are often diagnosed with schizophrenia and being bipolar. And um, yeah, there are a lot of times where people, they're not actually diagnosed with that, but they'll have behavior patterns that affect their livelihood, and it affects the way they interact with the world and people around them, and certain situations, the way they react to it. If I've never healed from being bullied, or I never healed from people talking about me bad, then I can go into that's a form of being traumatic, a trauma, a form of trauma, and I can go into a situation thinking the worst because of that experience I've had dealing with that. And so that's what I'm talking about. Like I said, I'm no therapist or anything. I can't give anybody a diagnosis. That requires you to seek out a therapist and to dig deep and get the necessary help that you need. I actually recommend that you do whatever you need to get this healing. But for those who are just maybe just dealing with life ups and downs, it could have been a trauma or something that they had some trauma from, that affected them throughout their lives. And when they get in and out of relationships, it could be something they seen growing up. Maybe the parents didn't get along. Even if you did have both parents, or maybe you seen your mom and dad go through a lot of different relationships, and that affects you. A lot of times, those kind of things cause trauma. So that's why I said T is for trauma. And if you're looking for healing and to heal, then maybe it is some trauma that you're experiencing in your life that has caused you to react the way you do and do what you do. And so, but like I said, definitely talk to somebody, a trusted friend, a church leader, a church member, and definitely seek out therapy and get help from someone who don't know you, who can give you a diagnosis if it's deeper than that. Because sometimes traumatizing experiences with people cause them to become serial murderers and rapists and all of that. So it really can affect your life. But like I said, I'm speaking from the mental and emotional and psychological effects that it have on you just in relationships and just in your living your regular life and your friendships. So I'm speaking from that. I've had trauma. Also, I like to say that the different words that I use for the letters in thirsty, you may find that one of these words resonates with you, or that the one word may have caused you to experience another word in the acronym in this word. So I'm going to be talking about hurt. Trauma could have caused the hurt that you have experienced in your life, and you may not even have realized that. And or you might not be able to relate to any of these words, or even tell me that I even know what I'm talking about. You might not even be able to relate to it, and that's fine too. But it's just a thought. It's just something to think about. It's just a way to dig deeper to get to the root of your problem and allow living water from Jesus to help you get to the root of your problem, because you want to heal from the thing, heal and become the person that you were always meant to be. And I just use I just created an acronym, like I said, for thirsty, and I came up with words, and I'm targeting a certain audience and trying to build a community of women who are looking for healing, who are a safe place to talk, be transparent, and to get someone to associate themselves with a person who cares, because I really do want to get to the root of your problem so that you can blossom and become the flower that you are. Because you are a flower and you can't heal. And healing takes time for both of us. Some people can heal automatically and get over something. Some people can't. Some people, it just goes on and on for years, and they never get to the root of it. And my thirsty is just to get to the root of the trauma, of the hurt and the pain, and help you to heal from that hurt and that pain. Because you're not operating in the wholeness that you're supposed to, or operating in as the person that you could be, because you don't even know that trauma is why I'm doing this. You could be a person who excels at work and does great and still have problems in relationships with people because of something that you dealt with throughout your life that you never got healing from. Because a lot of times we all go through traumatic experiences in our life, and it's always one thing to the next thing to the next thing, and it just, you never completely get healed from anything. It's always one situation to the next situation, and that's hard, so I just really want to help people heal. No judgment zone. So I created the acronym and the words that's in acronym to help to reach your audience, and of women who have dealt with some issues and they're ready to heal. They want a community. They want to hear something different. They want to see something different. They want to change. They want to heal. They want hope. So this is the place for you. And so that's why I created the acronym for thirsty, for a thirsty community, for the word thirsty. So because I wanted it to be more than just what the world views it, but what the spiritual aspect of it, and getting healing for that thirst that's in all of us. And so, yes. So like I said, you may find that one word or 2-3 words resonate with you, or all the words that I'm going to use for the different letters in the word thirsty. You may find that they all resonate with you, or maybe none of them do, or maybe this just isn't the place for you, and that's fine too. I just want to help things. I'm telling you.